welcome to this episode of the 3-Point Play. I'll be your host for today, and we're going to talk about the 5 top centers of all time. To the right of me, I have the legendary Jordan.
Thank you.
And to the left, I have the amazing Aaron.
How you doing?
Aaron, let's start off with your list. Let's start off from the bottom.
Turge, number 5 on my all-time center list is Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream Shake himself. He has 2 championships. He has one. He's a Finals MVP both of those championship runs. He's a regular MVP one time, and as well as a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year and a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He was amazing, dropping 22 points per game, 3 blocks, 11 rebounds, all on like 51% shooting from the field. He was unguardable, especially with his up and under Dream Shake.
Yeah.
Got David Robinson and everybody with those.
Yeah, that Dream Shake is basically being
It's
incorporated.
his patented move.
Yeah, patented. I mean, players today are pretty much using it in their games.
It's amazing.
Well, speaking of David Robinson, my 5th pick is David Robinson.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
He also has 2 championships. Very similar to Hakeem Olajuwon with the stats, I think. Also a big defensive presence for the Spurs. And also has 2 rings, right?
Yeah.
That's my 5th pick. If I could just go on to my 4th pick, since you already mentioned it. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, well, okay then.
You already said most of it already, so go ahead with your 4th.
Since we're on the 4th, I'm going to go with the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal.
What?
Yeah, he's number
4th
4. Yes, and I'll explain later. But Shaq, the most dominant player of all time, even though he's my favorite, I had to put him 4 because of the one MVP, which even though he got robbed by Steve Nash that one time.
Excuses.
Even though Jack, our producer, is shaking his head, no, it's the truth. It's the truth. He's a 3-time Finals MVP, All-Star, all NBA. He's a Hall of Famer, dropping 23 points per game, almost 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, 58 from the field. He was unguardable. Rick Smith probably still has nightmares from him from 2000.
He's just a plain and simple a monster. Can't deny that he had some help from Kobe on the championships.
Debatable.
Okay. That's a debate for
another
centuries.
time.
Sure.
No,
Sure.
it's a long life debate. Who was better, Shaq or Kobe, for that team? All right.
Jordan, how about your 3rd?
My 3rd. I picked Bill Russell.
Wow.
I didn't really want to, but he has so many rings. How can you not put him there?
I agree, because I also have him as my 3rd as well. I mean, 11 championships. He's a 12-time All-Star, 5-time MVP, a Hall of Famer. He started the whole movement of, just athletic players running up and down the court. He wasn't a big point guy, but he was a humongous rebounder guy, grabbing 23 rebounds per game. You know what was unfortunate about, that era? They weren't able... They didn't register the blocks per game. Imagine they register his blocks, him... Yeah. And all those other centers, they would have so many blocks. You'd be up there with Hakeem and all of them and the Kembe.
Yeah, but I just don't like putting players from that era because if they were in NBA now, they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, but also when it comes to these top positions of all time, a lot of it does work. A lot of it is with accolades. For example, because my number 2 is Wilt. Now you're probably assuming why, questioning why, but he's a 4-time MVP. Even though he's a 2-time champ, the dude averaged one season 50 points per game.
I don't care.
It's unbelievable.
He changed the game. They put the 3 seconds in the paint because of him.
Yeah, he scored 100 points per game in one game.
How tall was the average other players? I think
they were 6'6", 6'7", something around those lines.
Wow.
I mean,
so it's like me playing with 2
But he was ahead of his time, and he dominated.
Yeah, I have to agree with Aaron on that one. Regardless of who's defending you, if you can score 100 points in a game, you're pretty much
pretty easy.
Monster.
And he was a phenomenal athlete too. He was an
athlete.
athlete. He was a crazy athlete.
But it doesn't matter. Everyone's an athlete today.
Yeah, but he was once again ahead of his time.
Right, but it doesn't make him the best player.
Who's your number
ever.
2?
My number 2, I have to go with Kareem AbdulJabbar.
At number 2?
Number 2.
What?
I'll explain later.
That's fair.
No, it's not fair.
I put Kareem at number 2. He has the unstoppable skyhook, one of the most unguardable moves in the whole game.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Nobody could guard that move.
He has the most points ever.
Number 2?
Number 2. You know what? Go ahead. What's your number 2?
No. What was my number 2? Kareem's my number 1.
So who was my number 1? Shaq.
No. One second. Time out.
Time out.
Kareem You know, in college they had to change the game on not letting players dunk because he would dunk on everybody. That's why he has the skyhook and unguardable. He's unguardable because of that. He changed the whole division. He changed college basketball for a time because he was too dominant just by dunking over people. So by changing that movement, he changed his game by doing the skyhook, and then he brought it to the NBA. And look at the accolades. He's the number one scorer of all time, most points. He has he's a 6-time champion, 6-time MVP. He's a Hall of Famer. 24, 11, and 2. 56 from the field.
Listen,
How is that not number one?
I agree with everything you just said, but you just can't stop Shaq. He's the most. He's the most.
Listen, I love
player.
Shaq. Shaq's my favorite center of all time. But when it comes to this, Kareem towers Shaq.
I'd like to see Kareem guard Shaq.
Kareem is long enough.
He would not guard Shaq. He'd move him like a little baby.
I mean, Shaq would do that with a lot of players.
That's why he's number one.
Nobody could guard
Thank you
Shaq.
for helping my argument.
No.
I think regardless
Kareem
of
has
your
more
picks,
accolades.
I don't care what he has. Wilt has the most accolades. 100 points in one game.
That's not more than Kareem.
Listen, regardless of both of your picks, I think both of those are very well placed for number one.
Mm-hmm.
And both of those can dominate the game at any time. Shaq had his power, his strength, his monstrosity, if you'd like to call it. Kareem had the skyhook, which was also pretty much unstoppable. Patented move.
And the Lakers had both.
Yeah.
How lucky.
And Wilt.
And we'd like to segment into the new highlight of the week.
And this is where Kristaps Porzingis dunked on Dwight Howard in that crazy game this past
Are you kidding me?
Concussion right there for Kristaps.
Look at that
Flagrant two?
poster. Look at that poster.
Flagrant 2, if you ask me.
Goes to show Dwight Howard can't
Yeah,
protect
but
the rim as well as he used to.
7'3".
Yeah, but who cares? It's Dwight. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh God.
Give me that.
I wish he was a little bit
Give
stronger.
me that.
Oh, concussion protocol.
Yeah, no concussion protocol.
KP has to land better on those, but... Alright, guys. This is it for today's episode. We have Aaron on the left again. We have the legendary Jordan on the right. And I'm your host, Turge. Thank you very much. And see you again.